Good evening, and welcome to our next episode of Cooking with Michael.
And Candace.
And tonight we're joined by a special guest.
Yes, we are.
We've got a little friend from Pixar, Disney's Ratatouille, who's going to join and actually help us cook tonight. Disney, please don't sue us.
Yeah.
We're actually paying homage. But tonight, another great episode. But first, of course, thank you all for watching last episode. A lot of people seem to really like the roasted cauliflower, so it's really, really cool, and just, I love it. So thank you.
Told you people would like it.
Yeah, you did. I so didn't think they were going to also. But it was.
Okay, go on.
Oh, sorry.
Go on before I so Michael-y interrupted you.
Yeah, that's a good point. Sorry. And of course, as always, we want to special shout out to Andrew, Chapel Beer and Wine. If you're in the Germantown area, please stop in at Fox Chapel Shopping Center. Go see Andrew at Chapel Beer and Wine. Tell him Mr. Mike or
Miss Candace.
Miss Candace sent you. I'll take good care of you. Best selection and best prices of wine and beer in the Montgomery County area. So thanks again, Andrew, for always supporting us. Tonight, another great meal. But we're going to do, if you've already gathered, because I have the the rat from Ratatouille, we're going to make Ratatouille.
Remy.
Is that the rat's name?
Yeah, his name is
Okay,
Remy.
so I've seen this movie about 1,000 times and never knew the rat's name, but great movie. Again, Pixar, please don't sue us. But interesting thing about Ratatouille is the actual dish Ratatouille started in France. Ratatouille, rata means whole vegetable sliced casserole, and touille means mixing it up. So that's basically what we're doing. And it really started because what farmers would do, peasants, when they'd bring their vegetables to market, most of them would sell, but some would, especially the ones that were kind of sitting around for a couple days while they're waiting to load up, and they would kind of spoil. So they made this dish called Ratatouille, and it's basically a peasant dish, but it is a really, really yummy dish. Bunch of different ways to make it. We're going to make it the way we know how to make it. Bear with us. It's, again, the way we know how to make it. There's a lot of different recipes out there, but hope you enjoy it, hope you love it, and we're going to show you how to do it all, show you all the ingredients, and put it all together. In just a moment, we'll be right back. All right, we're back. First thing we're going to do is we're going to talk
on a very bad
French accent, and we're going to talk about the Ratatouille, not the rat, but not the film. Again, don't sue us. We're going to talk about the dish.
And you notice how he already does not sound at all French.
Not a clue. I'm really bad at accents. So anyway, we'll start right off. First things first, preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Okay? Because when you're all done putting all this stuff together, it's going to cook in there for 45 minutes at 350 degrees. But what you want to do is, after you preheat it, you want to take your casserole dish. Because again, remember, Ratatouille is basically a casserole dish. So you want to take a little bit of olive oil. And, it calls for a tablespoon of olive oil to go on the bottom.
Mm-hmm. All right,
that's good. So basically we're going to put that on the bottom, okay? And then we're going to move this aside for just a second. All right, move that aside. Now we're going to take our skillet, okay? Just a regular ordinary skillet. We're going to put another tablespoon of olive oil in the pan and skillet it up. I went pirate there for a second, didn't I?
Yeah, you've been pirate.
And then we're going to take this and we're going to put it on our stove. Again, if you've watched our episodes before, thank you so much. You've seen us use the hot plate to do this.
It sucks.
Fuck that. We're going back to the stove. We're going back to the stove. So put it over here.
Turn it on, heat up the oil for a bit.
Medium to medium high. Okay? Wait till that's heated, and then we'll start putting the vegetables. But let's talk about what goes in the dish, shall we? So we're taking onion and you're slicing it up. We're not chopping it because really you're basically just throwing this stuff in there.
You want it in rings so that you can layer it.
Exactly. Green pepper.
Same with your green pepper. You slice it in rings so you can layer it.
And tomato. Oh, tomato. Tomato.
And now he's Doofenshmirtz.
Oh, this is a strange one. Wait, who are you? A platypus? Perry the platypus?
A little bit, okay.
A lot.
Mushrooms.
2 cups, sliced.
Zucchini.
Sliced.
Eggplant.
Chopped into 1/2-inch cubes.
Now, Parmesan cheese. Ah, Jesus. What do you think, Remy? No cheese. Fuck the cheese. Get rid of the cheese.
I grabbed the wrong one. I just saw Parmesan and I was like, oh good, finally I found it.
So anyway, so we got basically slices of Parmesan cheese.
It's gonna be fine. It's gonna melt.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
That's why I went for the real cheese instead of the cheese in a plastic bag hanging off a shelf.
Gotcha. Parsley. Basically dried parsley. Salt. Minced garlic. Alright, so what we're going to do first is we're going to take the eggplant. We're going to spread the eggplant over top of the...
Hot oil.
We're going to put all the eggplant in there. We're going to take some parsley, okay? And we're just going to throw a little parsley on there. Alright, then we want to take 3 cloves of minced garlic, which actually equals about 1.5 teaspoons. So we're going to go ahead and put teaspoons in. And I am using my Pampered Chef measurer, which is really cool. Thank you, Gina. So that's that. We want to let that kind of cook until the eggplant is nice and soft. Everything's all mixed up. It's a little bit brown. So I'm going to drink some Pinot Grigio and I'm going to stir.
Do not walk away.
The eggplant was actually starting to burn a little bit, so I turned the heat down. And you want to keep stirring again so it doesn't burn, but you want to cook it until the eggplant gets nice and soft. And a little brown. Stirring occasionally, but depending on how hot it is, more than occasionally.
And a lot of how quickly your eggplant cooks or how quickly your pan heats up enough to start to sear the outer edge of the eggplant, that's going to come down to your pan as well as your stove. The thinner your pan, the more conductive your heat material is, the faster that's going to happen. And that's something that you can only predict after you've been working with your gear for a while. So that's why you have to stay.
Alright, and while that's just, it takes about 10 minutes or so for that to get soft again, as Candace said, kind of keep an eye on it because it all depends on the gear that you're using. So, but you want to put a little bit of salt in it too. So, we're going to take a little bit of salt, we're just going to salt it up there. Okay? And then, kind of stir it up again. And then give it another minute to do this, and then we'll begin the next step. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do, now that this is nice and, wow, what the hell.
Tall people, tall.
That's what it looks like, okay? The eggplant, a little garlic, a little olive oil, and some salt. And what you want to do is...
Don't forget that parsley.
Oh yes, because presentation is very important. So what you want to do is you want to pour this in here, get it all into your casserole dish, and make it even on the bottom. Okay, you don't want anything kind of standing on top of another one. You want it even because what you're going to do now is you're going to layer this all together. So you do this, then.
All right.
So now you layer it. First thing that goes on is cheese. So we're going to put some cheese on. We get salt because also you're going to add salt on top of the cheese. And you actually, and God help me because there's going to be a little poo emoji right here. You're going to put a lot of cheese in this. So for all of you who want to see me poo, this one's for you.
Now it's tempting to dump a whole lot of your cheese on right now in your first layer, but we're going to do several layers, so...
You'll get the cheese, believe me, because at the end of the day, you're going to scoop it out and you're going to get,
yeah,
you'll get your cheese.
And if there's not enough, you can always add more afterwards. It's still going to be hot. On yours, on your own serving.
All right, a little bit of salt.
And now you begin layering.
Right, so we're just going to do mushrooms.
Now more cheese.
Then more cheese.
Yay! Woo! More cheese.
Now, these
Zucchini.
the zucchini. A little bit of cheese. With a little salt. In between each layer, there's cheese and salt.
Best way to layer. And again, it actually calls for grated Parmesan cheese, but I was a dumbass. So this is what we've got. It's cheese.
It's cheese.
It'll melt.
It'll still make me poop.
It'll be fine.
Alright, I'm going to take green peppers, cheese.
And then we're going to watch Les Miserables and sing a song.
Okay, you got the cheese. We're going to use some tomato. Actually, before we do tomato, we're going to do onion instead. Now, we've got a lot of onion here. I have to be honest with you.
We're not using all of it.
I am not a fan of onion at all. But, you know, it does call for it, and it does add a nice little flavor to it. So we're going to put a little bit of onion on there. Okay?
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. More cheese, please. And some more salt. Now, tomatoes. Fresh tomatoes are the best, canned. Really, when you do this, you want fresh vegetables. Canned vegetables or frozen vegetables are really going to screw it up because really the whole idea is for ratatouille was the fresh vegetables that were left over. And I think I've said that about 100 times, but shut up. But if you use canned vegetables, you kind of ruin the dish. So now you want to put some more cheese.
Is that our last layer?
That's our last layer.
All right, baby. We're going to dump all the remaining cheese on there now.
Actually, I like tomatoes. I'm going to put a little more tomatoes on there too. And actually, tomatoes with salt. Have you ever had tomatoes?
Oh, so good.
Yeah. So if I mean, it's just you know. So we're going to. You see, we have a little bit of leftover. It's all right. Parsley on top of it. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put it in the oven for 45 minutes. Do not walk away from it, but what you want it to do, the cheese will melted, the vegetables will be cooked, a little soft, what have you, and you want to, I'm going to show you what this looks like.
Tall people, tall.
There it is.
Tall.
So put this in 45 minutes. That really should be how long it takes, to be honest with you, on 350, because 350 is really the lowest setting anyway, but it'll be enough to make it nice and flavorful and everything cooked. So we'll put it in there, and then we'll come back in 45 minutes, and we'll scoop it out, try it, taste it, love it, and talk about how Ratatouille, not the mouse, the dish, is a great, great dish. So we'll be right back, and we'll show you what it looks like. So while Mama's gone, Alex, this is Alex. So what are we gonna do? How can we mess with Mom? We're not gonna hit her. I didn't say hurt her, I said mess with her.
Hi.
Alright.
I'm still here, but I'm just going out of school. Bye.
Alright. It's bedtime for him anyway. He just came to get us. I don't even know what he's getting, but he's getting something.
Ratatouille!
So, you all met Josh before.
Yeah.
So this, you know, the Ratatouille.
Yeah, I watched it like, was it 4 or 5 times?
Oh God, I don't know. We've watched it a million times. But anyway, so we're, you know, Remy's been helping, but this is actually one of their favorite movies, so this is why we're, you know, when we saw the dish, we were like, you know what? That looks really good. And actually,
Yeah, at the end of the movie, there's like this dish that we're calling him Tiny Chef.
Tiny Chef.
Tiny Chef, yeah, he made this really cool thing.
Called Ratatouille. That
Yeah.
was the food.
Yeah, so like I didn't know how to like make it. It looked like something like pizza-y and pepperoni and something spicy.
It's actually all vegetable. That's what we just made tonight. It's all vegetable. But it's actually, they've never had it actually. Candace and I really do enjoy it, but they haven't had it because they're not big on vegetables. We're working on it. So, all right, say goodnight.
Good night. Night.
All right. All right. It's actually been 50 minutes because we put it in for 45, but at 45 it wasn't quite where we wanted to be because Ratatouille is supposed to be
Just a teensy bit mushy.
yeah.
Not mushy, just not crisp anymore.
It wasn't quite there, so we'll put it another 5 minutes, and it actually looked pretty good. So we're gonna go ahead and take it out of the oven.
Apparently our oven is one of a few degrees below the displayed temperature oven.
Using Fuck That's Hot pot holders, okay, which is available on cookingwithmichael.us, and as well as Cluck That's Hot, as well as a bunch of other stuff. So please check us out, cookingwithmichael.us. Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, let me get this out. We'll taste it. This is what it looks like.
Tall people, burning their hands.
Burning their hands.
Tall people.
Fuck That's Hot. All right, so you can see. Actually, so the cheese is melted.
Cheese.
And the vegetables are cooked, the mushrooms are cooked, everything is kind of cooked. Again, you want it a little mushy, which is exactly how it is, to be honest with you. A little bit of browning on top, things like that. And that's really what Ratatouille is. So let's just go ahead and scoop some of this out. Taste it. So we're going to go let Candace try it first, and then I'm going to try it.
Yeah, burnt my hand.
Did you say fuck it's hot?
I said I burnt my hand.
I heard fuck it's hot.
I said I burnt my hand.
I don't care what you said.
So good.
Alright, so we're going to try this. I feel like such a good peasant. Oh. So anyway, again, Ratatouille starts as a peasant dish, but it really is a great dish. It's honestly, it's a great hold on a second. Alright, So it's a great peasant. It was, started as a peasant dish, but it is a great dish for good combination.
Anybody.
Right, because what happens is you have this date night dinner and you put this out there, and your date night spouse, significant other, loved one, what have you, looks at it and goes, "What the hell did you make?" And you say Ratatouille. Wasn't that a movie about a rat? You can explain what it's all about now. It is a great dish. It takes about 15 minutes of prep time, 45 minutes to 50 minutes cooking. So within an hour or so, you've got a great meal, and it really is a good meal. You can use it as a side dish, but really you can be your whole meal if this is, if you're looking for a good vegetarian meal, because there's enough
You could
here.
just, if you want to make it an actual meal, without making this like a really nice side dish, you would use some potatoes. You slice up some white potatoes and layer those in as well.
Which will take a little longer cooking, because potatoes do take a little longer to cook.
Yes.
But
it would be more filling.
sorry, I'm just eating this. I like it. So, all right. So that's it. Fantastic date night dinner, as always. Ratatouille, on behalf of Remy, who's here helping me. Oh, sorry. I want to thank you so much for watching. Please, please, please check it out. Share with... Oh, sorry. If you didn't watch the movie, that made no sense. If you watch the movie, you know exactly what that is. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. As we always say, share with friends, share with coworkers, share with people you know, share with people you don't know.
Share with people you hate.
Share with people you hate. Not walk down the street, tap on and go, "Hey, I know this great cooking show, Cooking with Michael." And Candace.
Yes, and Candace.
Yeah, absolutely. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you as always every Saturday night, 8 p.m. on Cooking with Michael.
And Candace.
And Candace. Good night, everyone. Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
Now, he's not pulling my hair like he does in the movie Again, Pixar, Please Don't Sue, but if he goes like this, watch, ready? He'll grab my hair, and then I'll just